Now, what about this? What's a wild thing somebody wants to have in there when they die? Somebody throw in a little can of Ruffles, or somebody put a little couple Starbursts in there or something.
Okay, it's not uncommon. A big thing, a lot of people will take cigarettes with them. Because you take somebody who's smoked
yeah,
on,
boy.
They'll put that cigarettes in that shirt pocket.
You're
or
gonna
whatever.
want that smoke, dude. If I'm dead, bruh, light me up a damn 100, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm burning a fucking Winston, dog. If I'm dead, man, I ain't milling around.
I've had, a lot of people put pictures of themselves,
And what about a joint? Somebody sneak a joint in there sometime.
I'm not going to say that that's never happened, because, when we're standing back up there and the family goes up for their final viewing, there's no telling what they could stick in there. I've had some very interesting stuff. I had somebody request to be buried with their shotgun.
Amen.
So they took their shotgun with them. And so,
what about now? If somebody requests to be buried with an 8-ball, and I'm not talking bowling, I'm talking that cocaine, baby. Do you have to do that?
Well, the thing about it is, since that would be an illegal drug, we wouldn't be required to do that. But, if somebody were to bring that in and, stick it up under the foot of the casket, I don't keep a drug sniffing dog at the funeral home. So it might just go on through, it might just go with them.
It might go with them. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's one thing. There's no TSA when you flying up to heaven, man.
That's right. That's right. You're not going to be searched, so.
Now, what's the wildest thing somebody's put in there? Somebody ever put something that's a little too big in there? Somebody try to put a little chainsaw or a leaf blower or something if somebody died doing during a dangerous, leaf blowing or something,
No, I don't think they've had any power tools or anything like that. Sometimes you have like stuffed animals or whatever, even for like an older person, they'll bring like stuffed animals, they'll bring blankets sometimes. And, we've had, like fishing rods, stuff like that have gone with them. But, as far as, I've never put, I don't think any power tools in there, but
I'd go with a damn sander or something,
So what are you going to use that sander for?
Who knows? But but I'll tell you this: if you show up and you the only dude with a sander, you're gonna be steady working.
That's right, but we're not supposed to work in the afterlife.
But I'm sure there's a couple opportunities to make a little.
You
coin.
Always want a side hustle, don't you?
Yeah. I want that side hustle. Now, do you take those items out, or those items go on?
The family it's the family's choice. If the family wants something in there for visitation and then they want that back, we'll take it out. But if they want it to go with them, it goes with them.
Now, you close the casket if it's an open casket, you guys close it during the procession or funeral deal?
It depends on when the family wants that closed.
Okay.
If they want it closed at the beginning of the service, some families like for everybody to file by at the end, one final viewing, and then after that, after the family goes up for their final viewing, then we close the casket. So a lot of times that's up to the family.
Can somebody get buried with their money if they want to?
If they want to bring it in, they could get buried with it.
Have you ever had somebody that was their request and they put it in there?
Not all their money. I've had people, want to get buried, with, Granddaddy always wanted him, kept a $2 bill, or, he always had change in his pocket, didn't want to go anywhere without a little money. I've had that, but I've never had anybody say, we're going to put $1 million in this casket.
Yeah.
Because, then you get to the age-old question. If you put $1 million in there, let's say you put $1 million in there in cash, and then if somebody were to take the cash and write you a check for it, you've still got $1 million. So nobody normally puts cash in there. They just
maybe we'll put a check.
Yeah. So I guess if you wanted to go with $1 million, we could write you a check for $1 million because you wouldn't be able to cash it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather send the check.
Yeah.
Just in case later you decide, dang, I wish I had that cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody ever puts $1 million or anything in there.
Damn.
So.
Have you noticed over time that people used to bury nice things with people, and now they just kind of bury whatever with them? You think has there been any You been able to notice anything like that?
You know, most of the time people, if it's something of real value, they keep it and they pass it down in the family or whatever, you know, especially jewelry and stuff like that. And of course now with, you know, there's so much stuff that, you know, people are using like costume jewelry and stuff like that people are wearing rather than buying, you know, real expensive jewelry that they're doing that. And especially for your older people, because as they get sometimes dementia and stuff like that, the family's already taken their good jewelry away from them so they don't lose it, because, you know, they don't want them to keep the good jewelry in the nursing home or stuff like that. And, you know, because they'll lose it or somebody will steal it or whatever. Now, I have had families bring in really nice jewelry for the visitation and the funeral, and then they want that back. And so...
Have you ever stolen anything from anybody?
No, sir. No, sir. That'd be bad for business.
Yeah, it'd be bad for business, man. I didn't think you had, but I just had to ask.
Good evening, good afternoon, and other times. Thanks for watching that video you just saw. I mean, it was okay. But the next video you could watch could be way better. What if you watch a video right now that changes your life? Well, you could. Watch this one. Or watch this one. Watch this one. Watch this one. Watch this one. Ah!